Hi and welcome back to the channel. I don't know if I want anybody to like or subscribe because I just think like nobody's gonna watch my content, so I feel like I'm free to just talk about whatever I want to talk about. So today I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about things. I don't know. I'm just gonna talk because I just feel like I just want to talk to somebody, and well, I've got a channel now that I don't know if I want to promote or anything, but it is what it is. So my name is Tandi Wimbata. I live in China right now, but I didn't always live in China, and I just want to talk about a conversation I had with my mom today, which has quite a long backstory, and I don't know if I want to go that far. So I'm just gonna talk and see if it will allow me to go back that far. So my mom and I have an amazing relationship. I'm the only girl. I've got three older brothers, and I'm the youngest. So I'm the only girl, and it's just my mom and I are. Well, it took my efforts because my mom. We didn't really have a very good relationship as I was growing up, and then over time I decided to kind of put an effort to make sure that she and I develop a friendship. And it's really, now that I'm in my 30s, and it's really an amazing friendship. I can talk to her about anything. She's the one helping me to raise my daughter. My daughter is 13 this year. Well, this year, and then it's gonna be 14 later on this year in November. And my mom has taken care of my daughter from 3 months old, and she's really done an amazing job. And I've always been somebody who would just come in and then exit and come in and exit, but she has really been there full time, and I'll forever be grateful for my mom and her contribution to my daughter's upbringing. So in 2020, when COVID hit in South Africa, my daughter had gone to visit my brother, who's her uncle, in Durban, because I'm from Empangeni. And she had gone to visit for Easter. So when COVID hit, she was still in Durban. I think they were going to open in a few days, and they were going to bring her home in a few days. So they were like, okay, since COVID has started, we're not going to take her home. She's going to stay with us, and then we're going to spend time with her and just get to know her as a person. Now she's no longer going to be a visitor. She's going to be somebody who's actually like a family member. We want to know more about her and things like that. And time went on. COVID restrictions were extended, and she stayed there for way longer than she had anticipated. And then her school started to send work like over the phone and on the internet and things like that, because like it was just really, really hectic. And around June, I don't really remember the particular date, my brother calls me and he says, listen, we need to make contact with your daughter's dad, because I've asked her how she feels about her dad and how does she feel about meeting him. And she's like, I want to meet my dad. I want to know how. By the way, she's never met her dad for various reasons. I can maybe make a separate video. And so my brother's like, I think your daughter's old enough now for us to have this conversation and for us to perhaps call the dad. And can I just make mention that her dad has never contacted me. The last time I spoke to her dad, I was 3 months old, 3 months pregnant. My daughter is 13. I just want you to just keep that in mind. So I was like, okay, no, it's fine. If you contact him and he's willing to meet his daughter, it's fine. But as soon as he wants to do more than that, I'm not allowing. Or rather, let me put it this way. If he wants to meet his daughter and he wants to pay damages, or he wants to pay intlawulo, that's what we call it in my country, which is damages. So damages is when a guy who's not married to the girl then impregnates that girl. That guy needs to pay what we call damages to the girl's family, to say, oh, I've impregnated your child and I haven't married her, so I'm gonna pay a sort of fine to rectify this mistake that that I've done as a guy. which he didn't do. Like I said, I only spoke, the last time I spoke to him, I was 3 months pregnant. So my mom today, because okay, I'm gonna go, sorry. So then I said to my brother, okay, fine, that's fine, let them meet. If he's willing, talk to him. I'll find his number because I didn't have his number. We've got mutual friends. I can find his number. You can talk to him. You can introduce yourself. And the thing, and my brother's like, I'm willing to do everything I need to do just to make sure that if both parties are willing to meet, they can meet, right? So they, cut a long story short, it took a year because they only met they met this year, 2021, in March, February, March. My daughter seemed to be happy, and this guy came to my parents' home, which I didn't approve of. They did it without my discussion because I thought they were going to meet in a different place, which they did. They had lunch, and then this guy said to my brother, please, can I go to your family and meet them because I want to talk to them about certain things. And they did this behind my back without my consultation. So I'm only hearing this as an aftermath, right? So they say, oh, this dude came through and he was like, he wants to pay damages and he wants to make things right. I'm like, did he at least apologize? Did he at least apologize? And then nobody gave me an answer. And I was like, this is my issue. You're allowing this guy to come into my home, because this is actually my home. Yes, it's our home, but this is my home where I was raised. And this is my daughter's home where she was raised. Now he's coming here wanting to do things without actually giving an apology. Fine. So now he says he wants to pay the fine or the damages or intlawulo to my family. And he said he wants to do it within 6 months. So the meeting was in April. Where are we now? We are in August. So it's May, June, July. So it's 3 months later now. Okay, fine. So let's see. Maybe he will. And my issue with my family was, so you allow it. So firstly, this guy was contacted by my brother. He didn't make any efforts. So he comes there, and then not only does he meet my daughter through my brother, he then insists on coming to meet my mom and dad in their home, and then puts timelines without an apology to pay something he should have done 13 years ago. And fine. So my parents accepted. I was like, why did you guys accept? Like, okay, but that's what happened, right? And then what happened? And time goes on. This is now, it was like March, April. Now it's my daughter's schools were closed because we told him, or rather my parents told him that no, my daughter's in boarding school. She comes home every end of the month because her academics were not that good. So we decided to take her to boarding school, and she's doing very well. We are so proud of her results. We are so happy. And I'm proud of her as my child. She's doing so well, which is always what I wanted for her. Then, so when schools were closed for June, the dude never called my daughter once. Remember, this dude has kids of his own. I didn't say that. This dude has kids of his own. He got married and he has kids of his own. So he knows when school closed. He knows that my daughter's at home right now, but he never made any effort to call her. So when my daughter went back to school, she called my mom, who's her grandmother. She's like, Gogo, which is grandmother. Gogo, can I call my dad so I can ask him why he never called me when schools were closed? And my mom was like, okay, babes, it's okay. So when she calls him, he says, oh, I was busy with renovations. He said, I was busy with renovations. How do you tell a 13-year-old girl that I couldn't call you? I didn't have time. I didn't have 2 minutes of my time because I was busy with renovations. You know, my heart sank. My heart felt for my daughter. I'm sure she felt so. Also, I'm probably the last on the list. So renovations come first, yeah? Because everything else came first before. He got married, he had kids, and she was never acknowledged. And then suddenly renovations also come before her. I was so hurt. I was so angry. So today my mom's like, oh yeah, your brother asked him to send you an email of apology. I did receive the email. I didn't respond to the email because the email, I knew what it was. It was one of those, I'm going to apologize because I want to have access to my child. It wasn't a sincere apology. The same way that he was contacted by my brother, reminding him that he has a child, reminding him that he has a child. 2, he's apologizing because he wants what he wants. So how am I gonna be okay with moving on when this guy only does things because he's being given not an instruction but an advisement to do certain things? Nothing comes from his direction. Am I the asshole? Like, I'm so angry. I'm so angry at this because, firstly, like I said, my brother contacted him. 2, he comes home and then he insists to see my family and he insists to pay the damages. And then my family said, but you can't pay damages until you apologize to the mom. So he's only apologizing because he wants what he wants, right? Am I the asshole? Am I reading this wrong? Somebody say something. Because it's mind-boggling how he's doing things because other people are saying it. When is he gonna do that? And then, like I said, and then he then says to my child, I couldn't call you over the holidays. A 6-week holiday, guys. 6 weeks! 6-week holiday. You couldn't call your child once because, oh no, we are busy with renovations. And then I must be okay with that. Am I the asshole? Guys, if I'm the asshole, please. And don't say that my conversation comes from a place of anger. I'm angry. Kavele, I'm angry. Kavele, I'm angry. And don't tell me I must find peace. I'm not going to find peace. Don't tell me, Hori, do it for you. I'm not. I just want my daughter to be happy. Forget about me. I just want my daughter to be happy and find peace. That's all I want. So what are your views?